Hello, I'm Dave Peach, and this is the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. See them in person or at tricountybank.net. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Bazing. Wow, that's fun to say. Bazing is Tri-County Bank's Smart Rewards checking account. With Bazing, you have cell phone protection, ID theft protection, roadside assistance, discounts at area businesses, and more. This is Bria French. Contact me or any of our great employees to begin your entry into Bazing banking. Terms and conditions may apply. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
We are on the radio with Dr. Alex Kor. And Dr. Kor, we always look forward to talking to you.
Dave, thanks a lot for having me here on this early April lunchtime. I appreciate the opportunity.
Now, give us an update. What's going on at Candles Museum and Education Center in Terre Haute?
So Candles Holocaust Museum and Education Center is co-sponsoring an event, a workshop for teachers who are interested in teaching the Holocaust. It's co-sponsored with actually the Anti-Defamation League, the USC Shoah Foundation, as well as Yad Vashem, which is a Holocaust museum in Jerusalem. This will be a free opportunity day for teachers in Montgomery County, Crawfordsville, throughout the Wabash Valley, for teachers to learn how to teach the Holocaust. It's at the Vigo County History Center, which is downtown Terre Haute. You can get details by going to the Candles Holocaust Museum website, and there's a registration form online at candlesholocaustmuseum.org. And Dave, in this day and age, it's so important in our state to educate our young people. We see hate throughout our society, and this is just one opportunity for teachers to learn how to maybe curb this hate and curb the bad things that are happening in our world. As a child of two Holocaust survivors, I really believe strongly in education, specifically here, Holocaust education. And we have an educator, facilitator coming. She's with Echoes and Reflections, which is a part of the Anti-Defamation League, and that she goes around the country educating teachers on how to teach the Holocaust. And I really think in this day and age, it's a great opportunity. It's on a Saturday. It's in Terre Haute, and it'll start at 9 a.m. and we'll be done by approximately 4 p.m. It's very interactive. For anybody interested, again, please go to candlesholocaustmuseum.org. And on the day of the event, if you want to bring your own lunch, feel free to bring it. If not, we'll have lunch for you.
Sounds very good. Now, what are some of the tools? What are some things that the teachers will learn?
That's a great question, Dave. They're going to learn how to teach the Holocaust at age-appropriate levels. So, one of the questions that comes up is how young is too young to learn about this subject because the graphic nature. Most educators, and I'm not an expert, but in being in this area for many years, fifth grade on up, all the way through high school is the target audience. So teachers that teach fifth grade, and you can be a math teacher, you can be an art teacher, you can be a science teacher. And there's always the idea is that this facilitator will teach you how to use your curriculum to maybe devote a week, 3 days to learning about the Holocaust and teaching about the Holocaust. The specific strategies, I kind of leave up to the experts. I'm not a teacher, but I do know that, and I have seen her do this at a workshop in Florida. Quite effective. Teachers are motivated to teach their students how to basically deal with what happened in the past. If we don't learn the lessons of the past, unfortunately, we're likely to repeat them, Dave.
And for someone that does not know your background and why you are so, obviously so personally involved in this.
Growing up in Terre Haute to two parents who were Holocaust survivors was a unique experience. And so at a very young age, I learned about anti-Semitism, not only from my parents, but from what was happening in our elementary school. And so, I think nowadays it is mandated that in the state of Indiana, the Holocaust education is that students are exposed to this. And so my background is essentially My mom was lecturing for years and years, and wrote books and was very active. So I was at her side, and now, unfortunately, with my parents passing both in the last almost 5 years, I feel it's kind of my responsibility to perhaps, pick up the mantle and continue their legacy.
And you're doing a great job, and truly appreciated around the world. I mean, this is a mission that you're on to continue, and I think that I see what you're doing, and you get a lot of support. I mean, there's a lot of folks that I know that help you out along the way.
There's been incredible support from Candles Holocaust Museum, Troy Fears and Trent Andrews, and the staff there. And there's obviously an exhibit for those of you closer to Indianapolis. There's an exhibit at the Indiana Historical Society about my mother, and so we've got some curriculum plans over at Butler University. So yeah, there's a lot of people involved in this, and I guess to kind of piggyback on all this, as you probably know, Dave, in early May, in about a month, along with Graham Honecker, co-authored a book called A Blessing, Not a Burden. It's a story not only about my mom, but most people don't know that my father's also a Holocaust survivor, and it's a book that hopefully will be meaningful for pretty much all ages. And I think it's hopefully going to be motivational, inspiration. I hope it's a call to action for other descendants of the Holocaust. And actually, as you know, Dave, you met my parents, specifically my dad. They both had a great sense of humor. So I expect and hope that people will laugh, they'll cry, they'll be motivated. And at the very end, with unfortunately what's going on in the world today, they'll hopefully be motivated to kind of make a difference.
Why do you think that there is such a problem going on right now?
That's a great question. Here's what, I lecture at high schools, and I think respect. I think the lack of respect for your parents, the lack of respect for your teacher, the lack of respect for your classmates. I was talking to some students here recently, and they said, "What can I do about hate in my school?" And I said, "Well, you need to respect your classmates, but you need to absolutely make sure that they know that they need to respect you." And so I think that, it's a very complicated world now. And I think at the very end of the day, respect is the common denominator that unfortunately we're letting go by the wayside.
I remember, and I'll interject something from my education in high school. It might have been junior high. I remember it was a student teacher, and we were talking about the Holocaust, and she just looked us in the eyes and said, "Don't let this happen again." And I remember that, and that was in the 70s, and that passion that was in her voice resonates with me today, and we need to do that for the students of today.
And we obviously know that, our young people, it's very cliche to say, but our young people are our future. And so here in Indiana, we have great opportunities for teachers and students to learn. And hopefully this is just another opportunity. About 8 months ago, I saw an article. It was from Southern Indiana, Evansville, and it was about how teachers there and students were not really exposed to the Holocaust. And that's kind of where I got this idea to kind of partner with the Anti-Defamation League and USC Shoah Foundation, Yad Vashem, to do this. And they go around the country, and this is just one example of what they do to hopefully, we're trying to, prevent hate in our world. And I think respect, and quite frankly, my mom was a big proponent of forgiveness, and I think that goes hand in hand with respect.
Definitely so. Now, how do teachers sign up for the event, for the educational experience?
We have plenty of seats available. They need to go to candlesholocaustmuseum.org on the face page toward the bottom. If they scroll down, there's a registration form. If they do have questions, they can contact me. You can find me on social media, but really just to go to the candlesholocaustmuseum.org and look for the registration form. It'll start at 9 a.m. on Saturday, April 13th, and will conclude by 4 p.m. It's in the Vigo County History Center, which, if you know Terre Haute, is on US 40, about 2 blocks actually from Holman Center, where those ISU Sycamores have played very well this year. Just to go full circle, Dave.
Hey, I was going to go there because, the basketball world is just booming here in Indiana. We've got Purdue in the Final Four, and your father was a huge Purdue fan, very knowledgeable, passionate fan, and I would imagine you're happy. It's a little bittersweet for you to see Purdue in the Final Four.
Well, Dave, there were a few tears shed on Sunday afternoon because obviously, my dad, 1980, my dad was obviously a big Purdue fan back then, but it would have meant so much for him to be around to see it. But I have a feeling he was looking down and smiling.
And your mom always wore ISU blue.
And she was an ISU grad.
Yeah,
so,
well, good reason, yeah.
Yeah, she was an ISU grad. And, I'll tell a funny story, which is in the book, Dave. My mom was very hesitant to start her college career, so she heard that there was a Holocaust studies class. So the first day of the class, she went to the professor and she said, "Look, I'm learning English. I'm a little hesitant, but I think I can pass this subject." And the teacher said, "Well, we hope you to pass the subject too." And she said, my mom said, "Well, it'd be really embarrassing to make it through the real thing and to fail this class." And the teacher kind of smirked, but I don't think he knew really until halfway through the class that my mom was a survivor. But she did pass the class with flying colors, thankfully.
We would, that's a great story. And again, basketball, it's just, as they say, it's part of our DNA. It's what we do here in Indiana, right?
It definitely is. And if you were at Hinkle Fieldhouse last night from about 7 to 9:30, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't been a part of that in a long time.
That was crazy. And again, we look forward to the championship game. As we air this, it'll be tonight, and it'll be on Thursday. But again, Al, always great to talk to you, and you do such great work. And one more time, tell us about the opportunity for the teachers out there.
Teacher workshop for teachers that teach between 5th grade through 12th grade at the Vigo County History Center, sponsored by Candles Holocaust Museum, from 9 a.m. on Saturday, April 13th, concluding at 4 p.m. And please go to candlesholocaustmuseum.org and register. And Dave, thanks a lot. And I must conclude by saying, go Dogs, boiler up, go Sycamores, and we're looking for a blue forest at Hinkle Fieldhouse tonight, Thursday, April 4th.
Well, it's gonna happen. Al, always great to talk to you. Have a great night.
Thanks a lot.
Dr. Alex Kor on a special edition of the Crawfordsville Peachcast. Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at indianarubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you. Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Tune in Thursday for a new episode on Apple or Spotify, and please like, subscribe, and download the Crawfordsville Peachcast. This podcast was produced and edited by Up Their Media and is a presentation of Fork Broadcasting Digital. I'm Dave Peach, inviting you to join me next week.